Hi all, my name is Cordia Fourie and I'm from Bosman Family Vineyards, and it's such a wonderful privilege to welcome you here into this vineyard called Draai. As my camera or my phone is actually seated and nestled into a vine, you maybe can't see the valley, but there's a valley behind me and it makes a pivot point, and we always make a little joke about the tractor drivers who really need to know their stuff when they come and get the grapes from this vineyard to go to our cellar. It's a vineyard of Chenin blanc, and Chenin blanc is a variety that lies so extremely close to our hearts here in South Africa. It has definitely become our trump card and a national treasure. So obviously South Africa has quite a lot of it, but there's a wealth of lovely old Chenin blanc that we can draw from, and lovely sites we can plant them. And one of those sites, obviously, here in Wellington is on decomposed granite soils. I always think that it's fantastic having granite as the base from where you build your wines, as it is quite neutral. So it's almost as if it's the perfect canvas for Chenin blanc to show its expression, and its very specific expression from a specific place. And the other thing about this site is that it's here up in the mountains, and I always find it fantastic that there are these beautiful things that just grow around these vineyards. This is called kooigoed or soutbos, quite a well-known indigenous little shrub, and even a little bit of wild rosemary, which the sheep that live here also use to graze on. So it's a place which is quite alive. So the name of the wine is Nature and Sun. So Wellington is known as a beautiful, generous, lovely part of South Africa, where if you come here in summer, you'll see the sun shining. Luckily in winter we do get the opportunities to have lovely cold winters. At the moment you can't see the snow on the mountain tops, but we do have those very distinct winter times, and then lovely generous summer times. And we're very much under the impression of the sun's effect on having healthy Chenin blanc, and also having expressive Chenin blanc in the end. So the wine in question, the Nature and Sun, there we go. And Nature and Sun Chenin blanc is a skin contact wine. So started experimenting with skin contact in 2007-8, and skin contact gave us the opportunity to have fantastic components to our Chenin blancs. That being said, working with it every year, we just got so excited about the technique and what it actually tells and shows you about the Chenin grape, that we wanted to be able to show that on its own. And this is where Nature and Sun was born, and 2020 being our first vintage, and the wine's going to be in Sainsbury's within the next few weeks. So if you open this bottle, things that you can look forward to is the texture and the structure that comes from 3 weeks worth of skin contact. So it sounds quite amazing, but we approach the Chenin grape almost like we would a red wine fermentation. The grapes go into tank without being pressed and without the skins being removed, and it stays in contact with the skins for 3 weeks. It's amazing to see it almost develop like a seeping tea. The longer it stays on the skins, the deeper the color becomes, and the more expressive the wine becomes. And if you think about the flavor spectrum, it's not fresh fruit. It is a fantastic, and the sheep is actually wanting to come into my video at the moment, all of them looking at me. But it's wonderful and expressive. It's not fresh fruit flavors. So instead of thinking about fresh white pear, it's that dried pear and pear drop. Also a little bit of shrubbery. I think actually it could be because it's also so close to all of these lovely things. And then almost a hoppiness, which I absolutely love. Comes from that natural fermentation, the time on the skins, and then the interesting thing, obviously, that freshness and that zippiness that comes with tannin. 11.5% alcohol, and maybe just one of the most exciting wines we've been able to bottle this early in the year, in 2020, which has been such a very memorable year for us in any way. One we won't forget, to be able to showcase a style like this in the Sainsbury environment and for the Sainsbury customer. So really looking forward to the feedback that we'll have, but definitely a wine which I think will just become more interesting and interesting as the year progresses. So I'm just going to show you why I'm going to stop my video.